How to install Kali Linux 2022 ARM64 Desktop Edition on any Mac with Apple Silicon. Hey guys, my name is KSK Royal. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you to install Kali Linux on M1 Mac using UTM. It's a powerful QEMU-based hypervisor and emulator which allows to run Kali with OpenGL hardware acceleration inside a virtual machine on M1 Mac with Apple Silicon. This way, you don't have to dual boot a Mac to install Kali Linux. Instead, you can run the operating system inside macOS in a completely isolated environment. So without further ado, let's get into installing Kali Linux on M1 Mac. Alright, first things first, this guide will work on any Apple Silicon based Mac. For demonstrating this video, I used MacBook Air with an M1 chip. And as you can see, it's running the latest version of macOS Monterey. To install Kali Linux on M1 or any Mac with Apple Silicon, you need to reserve a free space of at least 40 GB or higher. Then head over to these links using a web browser. The first link in the description takes you to this page. Just go ahead and download Kali Linux 2022.2 ARM64. Now as of now, by the time of recording this video, 2022.2 is the only image working without any issues. Then head over to the second link and download the UTM application. Once you are done downloading both of the files, place them somewhere on your desktop for easier navigation. Then double tap on the UTM DMG file and drag the icon to the Applications folder. Now open the UTM application from the Applications folder or Launchpad. This is the user interface of the UTM app. Let's go ahead and start creating a new virtual machine for Kali Linux. To do so, click on this button. Under the Start menu, you will see two options, Virtualize and Emulate. If you're installing ARM64 OS on Apple Silicon, use Virtualize option to simulate the bare metal performance. If you're installing any Intel or AMD based OS on Apple Silicon, use emulation. Now this will eventually slow down the system, so better use the OS that matches your computer architecture. For now, choose Virtualize, then select Linux. Make sure you untick the first two options and import the Kali Linux image file. Then for the hardware, allocate 4 GB of RAM and set CPU cores to 4. Lastly, enable the OpenGL based hardware acceleration for a smoother experience. Then click on Continue. Now allocate the storage space for Kali Linux virtual machine. Make sure it's not less than 30 GB. Now under the shared directory, you can allow any macOS folder to be accessed inside a Kali via HTTP web server. For now, I'm going to allow the Downloads folder. Then name the virtual machine and click on Save. That's it. Now we are done creating a virtual machine for Kali Linux. On the right, you can see the information on settings of this virtual machine. Click on Settings from the top right. This is where you configure the hardware for Kali Linux. I'm going to leave most of them to the defaults. Now choose Display and enable Retina mode. Now this will make the Kali desktop look much better. Once it's done, save the changes. It's time to start the virtual machine. To do so, tap on the big play button. Keep in mind that when you tap inside a virtual machine, the cursor control will be bounded to the guest OS. To release, press Ctrl+ option to get control of the cursor back to the host OS. Anyway, use the normal installation method and do not use the graphical installation, which is currently not booting with UTM. Keep in mind that you need to use arrow keys, tab, and return keys while installing Kali Linux. Now as you can see, it's booted into the installation screen of Kali. Go ahead and set the system language. Use the arrow keys to scroll through and confirm the option by pressing the return key. Then select your location and set the keyboard language. Now leave Kali as hostname and press the tab key to highlight the buttons. Choose to continue and press the return key. For the domain name, leave it empty. Then create a user account and password. Then configure the clock. Now choose use entire disk. Then select the virtual disk. Then choose all-in-one partition and finish partitionizing the virtual drive. Now many people at this point think this will format the Mac OS to install Kali, but keep in mind that the free space that we allocated for Kali will be used to install and runs the Kali Linux in an isolated environment and has nothing to do with Mac OS. And lastly, you need to choose the desktop environment. Just go ahead, scroll through the arrow keys, then choose the desktop environment you fancy. Just select the option and press the spacebar to tick or untick the desktop you need. Then press the tab key to select continue and press the return key. Now this will finish up installing Kali Linux. Wait for some time, sit back and relax. Once you see this screen, then using the virtual machine navigation bar, choose Drive Image Options and eject the image file. Now choose to continue to restart the virtual machine. And this will boot into the Kali Linux desktop. Wait for 10 seconds to see the login screen of Kali. Now log in with your password and voila, now you can see Kali Linux 2022 with Plasma Desktop running inside a virtual machine on M1 Mac with Apple Silicon. Just look at the speed of Kali, it's freaking fast. It feels like I'm running Kali on a bare metal. And lastly, open the terminal and type this command to update the packages. Then type this command to add support for VM guest editions. Now these tools allow access to shared directories of host OS. Also, it enables copying and pasting clipboard memory between guest and host OS. Once it's done, reboot the virtual machine. After restarting, adjust the height of the bottom panel and set the value to 90. Then open settings, choose display and monitor and scale the value to 200%. Then restart the virtual machine. Now you can see that Kali Linux fits the entire screen of the MacBook and looks much better. And that's pretty much it. This is how you properly install Kali Linux on any Mac with Apple Silicon. Let me know what you think about in the comment section down below. If in case you like this video, hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and consider hitting the bell button to see a versatile tech content. Thanks for watching. This has been KSK Rayal. I will see you at the next one.